I make my pavlova base the night before. First, I whisk 6 larger egg whites until they form firm peaks. Then I very gradually add 375 grams of caster sugar. The key to getting a really thick, glossy meringue is to keep the whisk fast, but add the sugar really slowly. Once all the sugar's in and incorporated, I sprinkle over 2½ teaspoons of corn flour, 1/4 teaspoon of ready ground black pepper, the sort that comes in tubs, you know, school pepper. Then I add 2 teaspoons of white wine vinegar. Finally, and fragrantly, 1/2 teaspoon of rose water. And I gently fold in everything by hand. I draw a circle of roughly 22 centimetres onto a sheet of baking parchment. This is just to guide me as I dollop out the meringue. Once I've blobbed the meringue on the centre of my penciled circle, I use a small crank spatula to smooth the sides and top of this voluminous, snowy expanse. When the pavlova base is formed and looks a bit like the crown of a boater, it goes into an oven preheated to 180. But the moment it's in, I immediately turn it down to 150 and bake it for an hour. My pav base is completely cold now, which is just as well, because it's time to get on with the strawberry topping. Now, I've cut these strawberries into 3 from top to bottom, so you can still see their rather beautiful shape. There's 300 grams there. And although I often make a passion fruit pavlova, and it's one of my favourites, and I love the crunchiness of the seeds then, for this pav, I'm just using the juice. It not only heightens the flavour of the strawberries, much as using balsamic vinegar does, but it also brings that sour, sweet fragrance of its own. And last bit of ritual disemboweling coming up. Right, I'm going to pour the passion fruit juice over the strawberries, every last bit. Just 2 teaspoons of caster sugar. That mixture of sharpness and sweetness really sings. Right, I'm going to leave these to macerate while I whip the cream. I've got 300 mils of double cream in there, and I want it whipped until it's thick and airy, but still soft. I'm going to flip over the pavlova base. Et voila! Because, as ever, it's this wonderful, tender, marshmallowy side that I want hitting the cream when it goes on. Perfect. So I want a swirling mound, and don't ever worry about some cracks and splinters in the pav base. I want a few swirls and eddies to tumble my strawberries onto. And here are the strawberries now. You can see what the passion fruit juice has done. They're slick scarlet and glossy. Spoon these over. I love the way the juice has mixed some of the red of the strawberry and the golden of the passion fruit and is now a gleaming coral. And now I want some of this coral juice to run down the sides in scented rivulets. I could fall headlong into this so happily, but better not.